How we doing, folks? Welcome to the Exorcist Report. My name is Amin. As long as you click to the video, I know for sure that you are interested in ghosts and the paranormal. And like me, you have many questions about this realm. Are ghosts real? Can a house be haunted? Are those strange sounds at night just your imagination playing tricks? These and more are questions that everyone interested into the paranormal life asks. Some people say that ghosts don't exist, some just aren't sure, but lots and lots of people have seen and heard things they can't explain. It's likely that even you or someone in your family has had an encounter with the paranormal. Today, we'll be reacting to some new scary videos that are starting to spook the internet. So, if you are new to the channel and you like my content, hit that subscribe button and don't hesitate to show us love by liking and sharing the video with your friends. So without further ado, let's get started.
Number 13. Exploring with Josh is a YouTube channel dedicated to taking a closer look at all sorts of frightening locations. This time they decide to check out an abandoned school that is reportedly the source of black magic rituals. Pentagrams spray painted on the wall give them a general feeling of unease all around as they make their way deeper into the building. They feel watched at times and are worried about coming across someone at any given moment. I notice some sort of strange ephemeral smoke follows them throughout the video. It's visible in two different scenes. The first time happens about 5 minutes in.
You see some? Damn, this is spooky. Hopefully we don't run into anything crazy.
Then it happens again here roughly a minute and a half later.
Yeah, this one's a little bit scary. If we hear anything, let's just...
The strange smoke is definitely not their breath because it only happens twice instead of throughout the entire video. Coincidentally, the smoke appears as soon as they sense that something is nearby. As if that weren't enough, they have another random paranormal encounter that is much more blatant.
Oh my god, did you get that on tape? That is insane.
I don't see any block light around the door frame to indicate one of their friends was on the other side. In fact, it doesn't look like the door even has a knob to use. There just doesn't seem to be any plausible reason for this door to open on its own. Number 12. This surveillance footage was taken from the Helpmik College in South Africa. A strange mist appears in the far doorway and slowly morphs into the shape of a girl wearing a long dress. She casually walks into a nearby classroom, as if this was just another ordinary school day, except of course the room is empty and no one is in the building. Even though this is called Helpmik College, it's actually just a high school, and this phantom-like figure does appear to be around the same size as an average student. This makes me think it could possibly be real, though I guess they could have just edited this girl into the video if they really wanted to. Number 11. Two school custodians are standing in the middle of a creepy old boiler room. One of them is the supervisor, and he was called in after his coworker said that she saw objects moving around on their own. He records the situation for legal workplace reasons, and the two of them reluctantly investigate.
Alright, hang on, just wait. I don't want to go back there. Let me just take a look. Now, you say what happened now?
This door shut by itself. Itself, Dave.
Alright.
The supervisor doesn't see anything out of the ordinary, and he reassures his coworker that everything is okay. He encourages her to go deeper into the boiler room and get something that she needs, and that's when things go wrong.
Is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No.
What's that? Oh my...
A metallic chair scrapes towards them on its own and they both fall back. I guess the supervisor could have pulled on a string, but I think the chair moves a farther distance than he would have been able to pull judging from where he was standing. Number 10. A security guard is patrolling the San Francisco College campus when he catches a glimpse of an all-black figure moving fast. He quickly rounds the corner and finds absolutely nothing there. Notice how the silhouette is traveling in a straight line at a high rate of speed and has no time to run up the steps or to hide on the right before the security guard catches up with it. I don't see any jump cut editing either, so I think this could really be an actual ghost. Number 9. Chris Moon is a paranormal expert who travels around the country, demonstrating the metaphysical properties of the spirit world. This time he is using a spirit box at the Cornell College in Iowa, when suddenly a student's jewelry does something I've never seen before.
My necklace? It's moving. Can we get some? Relax, everybody don't crowd her, please. We get it, we're filming it, it's okay.
Her necklace starts going berserk as the spirit apparently tries to get her attention. She then hears a familiar voice come across the spirit box and immediately bursts into tears. The voice talking to her, she believes, was an old volleyball coach who passed away.
Gleich wanted me to tell you hi. He misses you so much.
Chris Moon says aw and points to the box when he hears it. This video certainly captured some convincing evidence of the spirit world that Chris is trying to prove exists. Number 8. This video taken at the North Dallas High School in Texas by a YouTuber named Smart Dolphin captures a very hard to find figure at the end. I've highlighted the possible ghost so that you can see it more easily. This is without a doubt the colorless outline of a human. You can see his feet shift a little bit as he changes his stance if you look closely enough. With this in mind, the question becomes whether or not this person was living when this video was recorded. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to make somebody look all gray like this with some decent editing equipment, but let me know if you think this is a genuine ghost or just a fake. Number 7. 3 students somehow sneak into the Garland High School in Texas after hours to search for paranormal evidence of a girl who supposedly passed away in the cafeteria a long time ago. They stand around talking about her for almost a full minute and even jokingly make some crass remarks at her expense when suddenly a noise interrupts their conversation. They turn around and the 2 girls immediately notice something that neither the third friend or his camera can see at first.
What?
Oh my god, what is that?
What?
Did you see it?
What appears to be a pale, ghostly figure reaching out to them, perhaps in anger at their remarks. I find it extremely interesting that the ghost in question does not appear to everyone. I guess paranormal physics do not have to follow our rules. With this in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if whatever the camera picked up looked nothing like what they actually saw in person. Number 6. 2 students are racing down a flight of steps when an insidious spirit rushes up and sweeps one of them off their feet. A paranormal tug-of-war match ensues as the frightened student tries to free his friend from the clutches of this malicious shadow fiend. Eventually, the evil entity lets go and dematerializes behind them as they run up the steps. Many people think that this was an actual possession attempt caught on video, and that this person would have been a goner for sure, if not for the quick reactions of his friend. I'm not sure whether or not I believe that theory, so please let me know what you think. Number 5. This group of friends decides to go into an old middle school that's rumored to be haunted. The building has only recently been abandoned, and it's still in relatively good condition, so there's not much to say until they come to one section of the school that's much darker and filled with mold. The group still feels safe in their large numbers down here, and they bravely trudge through a series of musty hallways. They don't see anything out of the ordinary, but when they put the video on YouTube later, somebody points out a possible shadow figure in the distance during this part in particular.
There's a mold in here. There's a mold in my bathroom, I'm not sure.
I personally think that it could just be stacked debris, but then again, I can somewhat make out the faint outline of a shadow that's roughly the size of a child. The more I look at it, the more I can notice its legs and head in particular. Let me know if you agree, or if you think I'm looking into the situation too deeply. Number 4. Britton Smith is hanging around her dorm room when she notices something is apparently laying in bed with her. An invisible force appears to be pressing up and down on the flowery design of her covers, right before her very eyes. I will admit that it's hard to tell if something is on top of the covers or simply underneath, in which case it could be anything and not necessarily paranormal. Britton Smith describes this as a ghost in her dorm room, but I'd like to know if you agree with her or not. Number 3. This girl is surrounded by a group of worried elders after school. She is rumored to somehow become possessed by a demonic spirit during class. This happened somewhere in Myanmar, a nation in Southeastern Asia that's close to Thailand and Nepal. Tell me what you think she is being shown on the phone during this part, and what she is saying in response. At one point, she is surrounded by people chanting prayers as she convulses and screams. According to the description of this video, she was later taken to a local monastery where she was managed to recover from whatever it was that was causing her to act like this. Whether her source of anguish was supernatural or of her own delusional manifestation is a question I'll leave you to answer. Number 2. A Halloween football game at Silmar High, California picked up what could be the ghost of an old football player going for one last tackle.
Anna says a month later, when she looked at the video, she saw a mysterious ghost-like figure running across the field.
The mother did not remember to even look at this video until a full month later. Let me know if you think she has made a valid discovery, or if this is some kind of camera malfunction. Number 1. Blurry Faces is a YouTuber exploring 2 mysterious schools standing next to each other. They were both built around World War II and have been abandoned for a long time. Everything starts out normal until Blurry Faces is exploring an upstairs room full of classroom furniture. After that, something seems to be stalking them at every turn. The strange banging noises only grow louder and more persistent as time wears on. I will give them credit for being courageous and sticking around for so long. This is the event that finally makes them lose their composure and scramble. This time, Blurry Faces bravely tests the weight of the door himself and finds that it's way too heavy to swing open with such ease. You can tell he is putting a lot more effort into opening and closing the door than whatever just opened it moments earlier. Tell me what's written in Spanish across the door, and if it has any significance to what could be possibly lurking inside. For whatever reason, most unsolved mysteries always seem to be captured on either dashcam, CCTV systems, or drones. With this in mind, here are 13 of the most unsolvable situations I could analyze.
I'm just wondering how many of these videos are actual true proof of the paranormal. Everyone always says they know someone or they themselves have had an experience, but really, how many are real? Please guys, if you have ever undergone an outwardly experience, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to state your thoughts in the comments. If you really enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free guys. Please stay safe and see you soon on another scary freaky videos. Bye bye.